What's going on, Vanquishers? Charlie here. We are back with another state of the game. Hey guys, do a quick audio check, Jason. I need to make sure this thing's working right.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check.
Buenos dias.
Right. So we definitely ain't gonna have audio issues. So if you guys tuned in early, you know we got all that jacked upness earlier from the back end. Again, I was hitting keys I shouldn't have been hitting. But, you know, if it ain't a jacked up stream somewhere in between the stream, it ain't a Vanquisher stream, right? So we decided to get it out of our system early.
Called our stream sweaty moments.
So we want to go ahead and go through our entire update. We're going to go through our what we've been working on in the back end. But tonight we have a special guest that we want to go ahead and showcase with everybody in our community tonight. We got Mr. Zip here that's going to be talking about the journey and everything that he's done with the Saigon Rage comic book. As you guys can see back here on my actual screen here, I got the Saigon Rage comic book. We're not going to show it tonight, but we're going to talk a little bit about the journey and the entire progress and everything that we went through. He's going to talk about how, like, of a terrible group we were to work with, right? So before we start with the stream, we're going to do what we normally do every single stream, and we're going to introduce the developers behind the project of the Vanquishers TCG. Again, my name's Charlie. I am the creator and one of the developers of the Vanquishers TCG.
What's going on, everybody? You know me. I'm Jason. I handle all the social media and the marketing and the business administration, and I'm the one who has to tell everybody no when they don't want to hear no.
Facts.
So that's who I am.
He's the bad guy.
You guys here. Throw your V's up.
Throw your V's up.
Victory. Vanquisher victories. Let's go.
Buenos días a todo el mundo. Me llamo José. Yo hago el web y app and the things and the phones and stuff like that just for you.
All right, I want to apologize for the Rosetta Stone edition. What he's trying to say is his name
he said
is
is welcome.
Jose.
My name is Jose. That's what he said. He said, welcome. My name is Jose. That's what he said.
My man hit him with the Rosetta Stone. Yo, hey, we're switching the order. Next week, we're definitely switching the order, Brandon. You're not coming after that.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all be having me follow Jose. Y'all be giving me the worst follow ever, man.
I am Jose,
Anyway.
the web and app developer.
There we go.
TCG.
All right, my man.
Yo, what's good, Vanquishers? My name is Brandon, and I am the game balancer. Let's go.
And we got Mr. Zip here. As you guys can see, he'll go ahead and introduce himself. We're going to go ahead and quickly go through the updates. And once we get to the updates, he's going to actually talk a little bit about himself and his great journey with the Vanquishers team here. So let's go ahead and get started with the social media network. Mr. Jason, I know we got quite a bit that we want to go ahead and cover. Let's go ahead and cover that for the community right now, brother.
All right. Put me on the spot. Let's do it. I know
on
I'm
the
always up
spot.
first. Let's handle this.
On the spot.
All right. So first thing we're going to talk about, because we're going to get through this, you know, we want to focus on Zip today. This is Zip month. This is the comic book month. This is Saigon Rage month. He is the man. If you guys saw what we posted earlier, you saw the chat post in Discord. Zip is awesome. He's a fun dude. Like it's been very fun getting to know him through this whole process. It's like kindred spirits as we've been going through this whole thing. So first thing we're going to talk about is going to be Mystic Forge Games. If you guys see on our Instagram, they posted, we did a connected post where next Sunday the dev team is going down and we're doing a demo day. They've been pushing our game. They have a bunch of people at their LGS that want to see the game, want to do gameplay, learning how to play. They want to see product. So we're going to be going down there and we're going to be showing them how to play. We're going to be showing them what's going on. We're going to show them what we've been building at the LGS. And shout out to our street team, Too Fluent and Miss Alyssa.
For structuring
That's their hometown.
Yep.
That's their hometown that they're bringing us down to, that they've been helping us push. The Street Team Initiative is going strong. So we got a really strong following building up in Florida right now with the Street Team and LGSs. And we also have a really strong team over in Tennessee that's going to start working on our stuff. Shout out to them as well. So everything is going really cool and really smooth right now. So demo day next Sunday, we'll probably be live streaming it as people are wanting to play. So you guys can always tune into that. So it's Nebulae headquarters, like Justin just said in the chat. So can't wait to get out there. It's a nice store too. Their colors are the Nebulae brand color. That's why we call it the Nebulae headquarters. So then after that, as we all know, we just introduced Zip and the comic book is complete. We have prints in hand. We're going to talk more about that. It was freaking the way these books, Zip knows how to make the books pop when they print, like craziness. We're going to talk about it. And then we also have the Whatnot streams that have been going on. So remember when we put out the advanced booster packs, everybody, we had 250, we held 100 for content creators and streamers, and the rest went to the community. The content creators and streamers have been pushing them out. And as you guys, from what we've seen, it's been a lot of excitement. Everybody's having a lot of fun. A lot of heat has been popping on those polls. I think, just so everybody knows, there's one more streamer left that has some packs, but we'll keep you updated when they're going to start doing that, when they do their stream on the last packs they have. Other than that, there might be Patreon members, there might be community members that have packs that they're just sitting on and haven't opened yet, because we still got one golden ticket left. Remember, if you get one of our golden tickets or golden stickers on the inside of your pack, if you get it, we need you to take a selfie picture with it. You don't have to post it online, just send it directly to us, or you can put it in the selfie area that we have, or in the Do You Even Pull channel in Discord. And then what that will do is we're going to be giving you a special mystery prize. It can be something really old school, something pre-2020 of our cards, or it could be something really new that we have coming out. So if you got one, take a picture, selfie with you holding it the flap next to you. You got it, and let us see it to prove that you have it, because the thing is, the 4 that we did of the golden sticker have a signature from each of the devs. So we know that if it really is or isn't, that's how we authenticated that. So make sure if you got one, send us a picture, and we'll make sure you get taken care of and send you that mystery item. All right. And then from there, we have community growth goals. So everybody knows that we have community growth goals we try to focus on as we keep growing as a company, as the community, and as the people that want to see this game getting played. So right now we have a goal of 3,000 people on Instagram. Right now we're at 2,757 last time I looked at it, and that was like an hour ago. And then we want to hit 400 people in Discord. We're at 372 last time I looked at it, and that was about an hour ago. And then our Kickstarter pre-launch page, we want to hit over 200, which we already did. We're on our way to 300. We're at 228 when I checked it last. So we're doing a great job. We're getting really close. And the cool thing about it is when we hit community growth goals, that means that we're going to do an energy overload card giveaway. And we're only going to do a pop of 16. And last time we did it, we let the community decide, or the Patreon members decide, which card was going to become an energy overload card. So just know we could do something like that again. So joining in and being part of all these different attributes that we have for Vanquishers TCG, I promise you is going to offer you a lot more fun things that you can look into and be part of. So let's hit those community growth goals. Okay. Once we hit those goals, we're going to keep it moving. All right. And then just so everybody knows, we did have the last energy overload card giveaway. This was the Saros armor. 7 of them have already been claimed and sent out. So 7 are already out. We did a total of 13. It would have been 12, but Brandon wanted to do number 13. So we did 13.
I'm always trying to give away extras to the community. I love y'all.
Yeah. Brandon gives away, and I spill the beans. Y'all know. Yeah. We are well balanced. We're all well balanced.
So everybody's aware. Like I said, there's only a pop of 16, And once we get the green light from CGC and AGS, we'll be sending them the vaulted ones just so that they have copies to confirm that are authentic. So if you want to slab them, we will give you the update on that. But yeah, so those are all be sent out. So everyone, double check your emails. You might have won one of those cards. There's still a handful of them that need to get sent out.
So wait, now, hold on, Jason, real quick. What happens if they don't respond in time? What will occur then with those cards?
So if we don't get a response by next Monday from the email I sent out, the last Monday, if I don't get a response back, what's going to happen is those cards are going to go into a pool that our Patreon only members will be able to win them. So our Patreon members get a ability to win those cards that are not claimed by next Monday. So if they're not claimed by next Monday, guess what? We're going to be doing a Patreon giveaway of whatever's left, whatever was not claimed of those Saros armors. So there's still a chance for you to win them. But it's exclusively for Patreon members for anything left over from the main giveaway. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. And just as you guys know, we're rearing up. We're prepping right now for Tampa Comic-Con. So if you're in the Tampa Bay area, if you're in Florida, if you want to fly in, it's going to be the 29th through the 31st, the end of this month. It's going to be our first convention booth as Vanquishers TCG. Just so you guys know a little history on us, we have won awards for trade shows for convention booths. So I promise you, if you come to our booth, you're going to see a lot of fun stuff and a lot of cool things. I make Jose do things that upset him, that takes him away from other things that he's very responsible for.
All that. You know it.
Yeah, so basically we're going to show up and show out. So definitely come check our booth out, man.
Yep. And everyone just be on the lookout for more updates. As you guys saw, we put a lot of fun reels out on Instagram and stuff like that, introducing Zip. Go give it a like, give it a follow. It just helps the algorithms. It helps us get out more outreach to more people. And that's the big goal at the end of the day. We just need people to see the game. And I promise you, once you see the game, you'll want to try the game to play it. And then once you play it, you're going to be like, I got to collect this to the end of the earth. I promise. And that's my part.
Yeah, the game is actually pretty addicting though, because like it's so many ways to build a character, the weapons, the armors, and that's what ends up drawing you in. You can get yourself lost for hours making a build for your character. It's insane. But yeah, let's go on ahead. Thank you, Mr. Jason. I appreciate you with the social media network.
They like the hat. They like the floating V because they can't see anything but the V.
The V. Oh man, yeah, I like
the
V for victory.
Floating. V's for Vanquishers victory.
Oh, Vanquisher victory. Look at the double V's, right?
Like, you know, we're going to be victorious.
Victorious. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into the web and app updates. Mr. Jose, this is your segment here.
Buenos dias, everybody. How are you doing today? Hey. I got something for you. Why you got your face on the thing, man?
I had to give that. No, I had to get that face look, that look up because
Charlie
I was like, hold on. Y'all gotta see my face on this because my man started off Rosetta Stone. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead, Jose. My bad, man.
Guys, everyone in the chat, the app is out right now. I'm about to click on it right now.
Wait, hold on, Jose.
It is.
Where can we get to this app? Let me check this out.
Discord right now. I'm about to make it a pin right now. Get it. You can check it out. It's beta version for right now.
Okay.
You'll see most of the features that I'm trying to work with. I think, let me see, do you have it up or not? You have it
Go
up.
break it is what he's telling you guys to do.
Yeah, pretty much don't break. Well, I don't think you could break this one. It really was meant for your phone. If you go on your phone, make sure it's landscape. Refresh the page. I know my guys here.
Why don't you show us a quick demo of what to expect? Why don't we go ahead and show what to expect on your thing? Pop it up on your phone.
Pull it.
Show them that hot fire, Jose.
Yeah, show them what to expect for your friends with Safari, because I'm sure a lot of people have Safari.
I don't like Safari, man. Safari.
I don't use Safari either. I think it's bad.
But yeah.
Internet Explorer. Got it.
Yeah.
Chrome. Mozilla Firefox.
I'm gonna be brutally honest. I'm gonna use the one source that he doesn't like just to make sure he perfects it to that source.
Yeah, sure. No, it's not gonna perfect because Safari. But if you pull it up this way, it'll probably show good.
It just ejectocito blurro.
Yeah, exacto.
Boom.
Okay. Boom. Can we see it?
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
It's loading.
We
It's
can see
loading.
it. Boom.
Boom. It's
So
gonna
what
come
happened?
out good.
Right.
It's small.
Right.
When you turn it this way, make it bigger. Watch it look good, but it's not gonna look good. Anyways, it's gonna stay stuck like this for some reason, right?
Right.
That's Safari for you. So you have to turn it sideways. Then you gotta like, not to that.
You could just hit the refresh.
Yeah, you could do the refresh sideways, hopefully, and if it works.
No,
does.
it tends to work. It tends to work.
I hate you. I hate you. You know that, right? Anyways,
They want to know if it works with AOL, Jose.
Of course it works.
I used to work for AOL a long time ago.
I hate you.
I'll fix it for you, bro. If you got
That
AOL.
man said Internet 1.0. Does it work for 1.0? Oh,
Anyways,
man.
you just got kicked with the Lycon, and then it'll make it
Boom.
happen.
There
like
you
that.
go.
Boom.
There you go. Look,
Just make sure
load
your
it.
tabs. The thing is that the tabs up here, if you have tabs, take them out. You don't need them. If anything else is more important than this, I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, I like that.
Gonna
I
get
like
'em.
that.
If you go into the settings,
got
you
'em.
can remove the tabs.
See?
Boom.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
you go.
Load it.
Boom.
Look at that. It looks
Gonna
pretty
see.
good. There you go. How does the
Right?
values work?
Values work. I don't know. They work fine, great, and dandy. As soon as it just pops up. Give me a
Hold on.
second.
Hold on.
That's load.
Oh man.
Again, beta
He-
version.
he
but
loaded-
it still works. You
He's
see?
he loaded the defective edition.
Exactly. You got the dice right here. You
Oh
got
wow.
the number.
Look at
the
that
numbers.
background though, man. That
Oh,
that
no,
does
I
look
know,
really
it looks
nice.
good. It does work on your computer too.
Mhm.
And I just, it works better on your damn phone. On freaking Chrome. You know what it is. Anyways, that's my whole spew. Everything's
showing the
pinned in
V-trigger?
the Discord. Oh, the V trigger. You didn't get to see the V
Oh,
trigger.
you actually did something with the V trigger?
I did do the V trigger.
Wow.
boy.
Okay. Hey, listen. This is a treat for me right now, yo. Honestly, I've
I
not
know.
seen this. This is a treat.
know.
Last
Some
report I
V-trigger,
got
man.
V trigger crashes this whole system.
It did. It
Yeah,
did.
my
It didn't
whole
crash.
screen
ready
kept
for
going
that power.
black.
Yeah,
It
last
was going black.
It was
Overload.
Made it
so much.
disappear.
It was so much power, man. It like disordered the whole system. It's wild.
All right, let it load. I don't know. I have too much internet around here. It's not working all that great.
You have too much internet.
Yeah, too much internet. When you have too much internet going around the house, everything else doesn't work.
My man's running
Is
that.
that because you did a twisty
Is
left
that,
or right?
is that
I don't know
technical
what the heck.
or is that
Exactly.
Yeah,
Wait a second.
technically, he's running a 2 megabyte system.
Exactly.
This hamster wheel is strong.
A hamster.
It is
wheel.
hamster wheel
Hot
strong.
fire.
So there you go. You got V trigger. As soon as it pops out.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, yeah, that Saigon looks tough.
Dang,
I like that.
Jose, how you did that?
I like that. That's dope.
A lot of work. A lot of work. But for
You
now,
said.
this is again the beta version of everything. I'm trying to bring you guys what you want, make you use things that we're supposed to be giving out in the future. It takes time to build an app. And there you go.
Yeah, it looks.
You
it
usually
look-
take a whole team to make that kind of app.
Sometimes, yeah.
and quite frankly, it's looking really, really good, guys. We are using the app source directly through the website, the back end, or some web link. So it's not in the stores, obviously, and you're not downloading it from the app store of
Right.
any kind. So it will have its bugs in between. But if you can be very transparent on if you are experiencing issues, I
Yeah,
believe
go
we-
to
ticket
the
in.
Discord.
yeah, put in
Yeah,
a ticket
no,
and let us know a little bit of information of what's causing it from your experience, so that way we could troubleshoot it. We're trying to get it as as refined as possible.
And don't say Safari. 'Cause I'm gonna close the ticket down. I don't care.
Here we go.
No, I'm playing.
Here we go.
All right. Number 2. Jason was talking about this earlier about the emails. You guys ain't checking your emails. And, again, I see a lot of people subscribing to the newsletter to get their VSTI cards, but you guys are not confirming your emails. Once you get that email, you got to check in your spam folder, your promotional folders, your stash. If you have a stash, just make sure that you check everywhere. On the top, usually you have a search bar. You can look up Vanquishers TCG. You'll see all your emails from us, and it should be just one, but you should be able to find it. Go ahead, confirm your emails. You'll be getting more emails to confirm. I mean, not to confirm, but to sign up for the card and just follow it. And in the future, for the VSTIs on on Discord, I will be writing everything out like that. You guys can know what the process is, just in case, like that. You can tell the people what to expect. So that's that part. And then for the Street Team Initiative, since I do have the beta done, I am going to start working on, or not start working, finishing up the work on the referral links, and for the stores and for the personnels that we have on our team, so that they can, we can see the progress of what they're doing, and how many people they're actually bringing to the site to register. And when more people come, we'll see it, and we get who's doing their jobs. You know what I'm saying? We know who's doing their jobs. You know what I mean? So yeah, and that, like always, at the end of the day, just go to the merch store.
Where can they find that merch store?
VanquishersTCG.com/merch. You can't get one of these yet. Not yet. I think we're gonna wait till after the convention to maybe give them out. I don't know. We gotta think about it. If you want one,
Jose thinking about stuff. That's the problem. He starts thinking.
I gotta think about it, man. You know what I'm saying? But we do have new stuff up there. Check it out.
I think we have the new digital art up there. The 13-bit or 18-bit, 16-bit.
The 8-bit.
Yeah, that bit. Yeah. Both of the two new art equals 16-bit.
The bitty bitties. We updated the bitty bitties.
So yeah, go ahead and check out
8-bit character art.
Yeah, we got 2 of the 8 bits, so that's the 16 bits. Make sure you get them both.
Cyber
you get them both.
And Raskin on there right now.
Yeah.
And we updated, put some new hats up there. They're actually hopefully 3D printed from the selection that I put on there. We actually have a whole black logo of the Vanquishers signs on there right now. Get your merch, bro.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into the tabletop and physical card game updates. I know you guys want a lot. I mean, we probably got a lot to talk about, but we're gonna go ahead and stream through this segment very quickly because we want to get on to Zip tonight. We want to make sure that we cover Zip. We want to get on. Go ahead, Mr. Brandon. Go ahead, hit that spiel real quick. Let the community know where can they play and beta test this game.
Go. I am the bearded wonder. I'm also the game balancer, and you can find me on Tabletop. You can find me on webcam every Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're trying to learn, if you're just trying to get some games in, if you just want to get beat down, all you got to do is be there Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will be playing, I will be teaching, and I will be whooping butt. I'll be doing it all. And if you can't make it Sunday night, just DM me, let me know. I'll try to make something else work. I can't guarantee it, but I do try my best.
Yeah, he really does. He really does work around his entire schedule to make that happen.
Who did you teach? You taught somebody new this week, didn't you?
Last night I was on with I played so many people. Who was
Tommy Bear.
on with last night? I don't even remember.
You on there with Tommy Bear, but his name
yes, that's right. I was there with Tommy Bear.
Something.
Yes.
Man, hopefully Commie Bear gave us good feedback in the game.
Oh, he was loving it. He enjoyed it, and he didn't have anything negative to say. He enjoyed it.
All right, well, that's.
And then I also got a game in at the LGS with a new player too. So whatever I can make happen, I'll make it happen.
Yeah, speaking of the LGS, we actually went to the LGS at Nerdy Needs, and we had a great time. We were invited by the actual Street Team Initiative of the Vanquishers, invited us. We all kind of collaborated over there, the devs, and we had a couple of the Street Team Initiative groups. We had people travel from Port Charlotte all the way out this direction, and it was a fun time. We actually stood there until they pretty much closed. And we had quite a few people showing up to the booth, asking questions, what's going on over here, what's this game, and we actually were doing a Whatnot stream on there as well. Or we weren't covering it. We were actually our game was being auctioned out in a Whatnot stream while we were there live. So Jason kind of worked his magic with that whole ordeal, and we also were playing a lot of games there. We had a couple booths going on. If you guys want to check that out, actually.
Just 31 has it.
Yeah, Just 31 has it on his channel on the stream, and he has like the raw footage of the setup, us setting up the games and playing it. So if you want to actually check that out, you can check with Just 31. He's the one that's actually putting a lot of the
drop your YouTube link in the
if you want to go ahead and drop that in there, and make sure you follow him. He's going to be covering a lot of content from this game He's putting together a lot of shorts videos on certain weapons, certain cards, and he's actually breaking them down for you guys. And any other ideas of things that you want to know about the game, I think Just is the guy, man. He's actually covering a lot of great stuff for us here. So definitely want to make sure you follow his page. And Two Fluent's actually been doing quite a bit of stuff too. He has his own channel as well. You could check him out with a lot of things. He does a lot of pools. He actually broke down the game and kind of went through a little overview of what the game is like as well. You can definitely check him out. But that's pretty much what we want to cover tonight. Oh, what happened with Jason? I think Jason ejectocito.
Yeah, he did. He dipped on us.
Look at that, man. Jason ejectocito.
He was Vanquishers Out a little too early.
Yeah, he vanquished. He glitched. I think he glitched to the dimensional rift. I don't know.
Is that what happened?
I think he might have hit the dimensional rift. Before we get started with Mr. Zip here, we're gonna go ahead and go on a short break, and we'll be right back. We'll make sure that we're going ahead and cover that, and so when we get back, we're gonna have that whole segment covering for Mr. Zip. All right, so you guys hang tight, hang tight.
Sub or get an ad.
You'll never escape me. My enhanced targeting will destroy any enemy that stands in my way. You'll stand no chance against my lightning reflexes. You'll be unable to target me, regardless of the weapon. My lightweight armor makes me lethal. I am agile and can sustain significant damage. Once I'm armed with my Reaper blades, I'll reap your energy until nothing remains. Who am I? Cyber, a warborn. And I will vanquish you.
Step into our universe with the Vanquishers TCG. Get exclusive access by joining our community at www.vanquisherstcg.com. Select a hero, equip weapons and armors, and vanquish your enemies.
All right, guys, we are back. We apologize for that short break, but we have Mr. Jason. His internet went out, but he's back with us on his actual cellular device, and hopefully it comes back up and running.
You know, Jay makes it happen no matter what.
That's it. He makes it happen. My man pulled the reserve from the reserve. My man's going to make it happen. He going to show up.
Don't worry, guys. We got phones on phones. I'm going to make it happen.
There we go. See?
Make it happen, Captain. All right, so we are going to cover a big introduction. We got a big introduction tonight. We got Mr. Zip in the building. So we're going to go ahead and have Mr. Z cover some stuff here about the project and everything that he was working on for the Saigon's Rage card. So we're going to go ahead and get Mr. Zip on the actual live stream here. So Mr. Zip, for everybody in our community, let's get a quick overview, man. Give us a little introductory about yourself, what you do, what kind of projects have you working on? I mean,
Oh, you cut out.
oh, my bad.
Talk to
Yeah,
the people.
let's
Talk to
go.
the
Yeah,
people.
talk to the people. There you go.
My name is Zip. I'm from Texas, South Texas, Brownsville. I currently am currently a comic book artist, but I do all kinds of things. I've worked as a storyboard artist for animated shows, live action. I directed live action shows, pilots mainly, and concept art and comic books. I love all that. I love creating worlds, essentially, is what I really like to do, and then destroy them.
No.
Vanquish them.
Yeah,
He's already giving away the deeds.
yeah, you're actually doing such an amazing job, by the way. I'm gonna just be perfectly honest, and I'm gonna be a little bit of bias. Yes, our book looks absolutely terrific. You guys would definitely get the opportunity to take a look at that. We're gonna actually highlight a couple of pages tonight with Mr. Zip. But before we do so, Mr. Zip, have you worked on any personal projects or of any kind? Is there any type of books or anything you have done for yourself besides working for clients?
I've directed a pilot show called Space Adventure, and I did everything on that show. I helped build the set, I did concept art, storyboarding, shot list, cinematography. I wasn't supposed to do all that.
Wow, so you ended up doing a whole lot more than anticipated.
Yeah, and I've had my own comic book called Crimson Blade.
Oh wow!
It's a 48-page first issue. The second issue is going to be about 60 pages. I'm trying to short it, actually.
Yeah, so actually on the stream here, guys, you guys can actually take a look at some of these pages here. So with the Crimson Blade here. So what inspired you to actually create your own book and actually go through, these pages? I mean, they're just absolutely beautiful, man. I mean, they're just...
I've been... it's funny because I came up with the characters since I was in middle school, but back then the characters looked totally different from they are now. Back then I was really into Spawn and Power Rangers.
Okay.
So everybody looked like Power Rangers with chains.
That's funny.
He made a hybrid, a super hybrid.
It was horrible. It looked disgusting. But as I got older, I took serious with the book. It was me and my best friend at the time. He's another Twitch streamer, actually. His name is him and his wife. They're pretty big on Twitch. Generic live. They dress up as dwarves and play WoW or D&D and stuff like that. But anyways, when we were younger, we made up all these characters based off of our friends, family members. Ex-girlfriends are in there. They're villains.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's where they belong. That's where they belong.
It's actually funny. My exes who became friends. There's some of them are characters in there, but when I put them in there, I was like, yeah, I want to make you this cool character. Like, make me a villain. So everybody always automatically wanted to
became a villain. All right, well, all right.
But a lot of the characters based off my dad. He's the guy with the robotic arm. That's my cousin in that page.
Oh, hold on. So this guy right here is your dad?
Wait.
This gentleman banging on the table, I assume, is the guy with the metal arm.
Yes, yeah, that's based off my dad. He's one of the main characters. I'm a character in there because growing up, I wanted to be a superhero too. So,
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, if you read the book, he's not a superhero. I wouldn't call him a hero just yet. He has potential, but he's not.
So which one of these guys would be you in the story? Right here at the very top area that we're looking at right here. We got a guy in a red shirt, and then we got a guy in a green shirt. Would it be
the guy in the red
character?
shirt? That's when I used to have hair.
Oh.
So that's why he has hair.
Okay, so what's his name? I mean, can you give us a little small overview of this character?
His name is Carlos. He has split personality. Almost. Almost. He does. He's got this dark side that he constantly struggles with. You know, he's hiding things about himself as well from everybody else. He struggles with his dark side. Whenever he goes to bed, he goes into what he calls a nightmare world. And every night he goes to bed, he's chained up to this particular rock, this stone with a bunch of runes on it.
And, that was the opening pages. Hold on, let's take a look at that real quick, guys. Okay, so this is the scene right here. Okay, so we see him kind of chained up to this rock.
Yeah, and Darkseid is always there to berate him and, you know, torture him, beat him up, whatever he wants. Like every night, that's what his life is. And then during the day, whenever he's awake, Darkseid is in all the reflections wherever he goes. Darkseid's always in his head. He's always there. Like anybody says something to him, Carlos doesn't want to say anything. He's all like, "That's right, you're a little wuss," or, you know, he's just or he tells him like, "You should go over there and punch that guy in the face." It's like,
very Venom like, right? The way Venom's in Eddie Brock's head, just kind of telling him what to do and how to do it.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah. He deals with that back and forth, but this internal conflict is what attracts what I consider the main character of the book, which is the Crimson Blade, which is a shape-shifting sword that's been alive since before the universe.
So this sword right here in the center of the scene right here that we see just kind of trampling into the ground, we assume that's the Crimson Blade?
Absolutely, yeah. And then you see all the different versions of the sword in the next page.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, let's take a look at this real quick. Let's take a look at this. So this, I assume this is the sword in every universe, or is it everyone that has wielded it in its time?
Everybody who has wielded it in this universe times, yeah.
Wow.
He got to experience and see everybody who's had it within the blink of an eye. So he doesn't know it yet, but he's also kind of gathered a little bit of their skill as well.
That is very interesting.
I really wanted to have fun with this. So like the weapon can be all kinds of things. At one point, it's a sword, it's a spear, it's an edged weapon, or a pen, which I think is one of their more powerful weapons.
Oh wow, yeah, look at that, guys, right here, where the guy's actually holding it in his hand, and it's a pen right here. It's a quill, and you can see all the symbols that are actually on it. That is very cool.
And what it thrives on chaos, war, and bloodshed, because it's kind of like an addiction to the Crimson Blade entity. So the more wars that are fought because of it, the more, you know, the more that it's used in battle and everything, the more powerful it becomes, until it holds that power until it unleashes it and destroys the universe, which has already happened hundreds of times.
Wow. So it goes through this pinnacle cycle, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a cycle of constantly destroying and creating the universe over and over again, and it's all because of the doing of all the beings in the universe who want to start war. And I think I personally think the pen is the most powerful, because whatever text that it writes and wars are fought off of it, it gets fed from that idea. It continues getting powerful. So yeah, it's
absolutely interesting. Absolutely interesting. Wow, this is very nice. So just as a question, just kind of, I'm sure it's going to be a frequent asked question for people. Can anyone get a hold of this book? Is this book available anywhere? Would they be able to get access to it? Would anybody be able to read this book? How does that work?
You can read the book on Tapas under ZipDraw, or you can buy the book on my Gumroad, the digital version of it. Gumroad for ZipDraw and Gumroad. And the first issue's on sale there for $15, I believe.
Oh man, yeah, we need these links, guys. Hey, don't worry, community. We got you back like a vertebrae. We're gonna get these links for you guys. You can actually cop yourself a copy of this book and read it, man. It's very, very interesting. Very interesting.
I can put it in the.
Oh, there we go. Look, Zip is gonna take his personal time to make sure that he puts it in our chat here. So while he
got it in.
Oh man, there you go. Look, Jose got your back like a vertebrae. Don't worry about that, man. We got you. Cool. We got you. Look, Jose's already ahead of the game.
And I want to do a reprint of the first issue, because I sold out in the first issue completely.
Clearly, look how beautiful this is.
Yeah, and it's a big book, you know. And on top of that, at the end of the book, there's a short story of how they got their ship, the Supernova. And what it is, it's essentially it's a sci-fi fantasy because there's elves. They're going to be like I call them Injo. They're space elves, dwarves, werewolves type things, but they're all aliens. All these different archetypes from fantasy are aliens in this universe. There's a lot of fantasy-esque stuff in it, but it's still like space. It's still futuristic and sci-fi, but with swords and sorcery and stuff like that. Like there's magic that is the technology of the Injo, and the ship runs on a mixture of Injo technology and human alliance technology.
Wow, this is a very interesting book. Yes, we highly encourage everybody in our community to come check this out. Definitely check out Zip's book, man. This Crimson Blade. So what you're telling me is you're redrawing this whole book, or you're going to release a second series from this series?
I want to release a second series. I was honestly thinking about rebooting it, but as of recently, like within the past 4 or 5 months, I've gotten over 200 people message me. I counted too, like emails and messages on Facebook and stuff where
that's dope.
They want me to continue with the book, and I was like, all right, cool. Well, then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna continue with the story where it is now. Issue 2 is it's pretty like if you think that particular page that you're looking at is a packed page of the crowd.
Okay, I see what you're saying. How they're all like just waves and waves, almost Dynasty Warriors, just slashing through a bunch of waves of enemies.
Yeah, issue 2, I introduced little robots called Little Bastards, and they're about this big. And I wrote the script, and in the script I say, in panels 1 through 5, whatever, there's going to be hundreds of little bastards everywhere doing random things as the characters are talking. And I think I wanted to just torture and kill myself when I wrote that, because I'm writing I'm drawing pages that are completely packed full of little robots while they're just having simple conversations.
Wow, this is awesome. I'm very looking forward for the other comic. Definitely, man. I can't wait to actually see it. So personally, I've had the pleasure to read the book. It's absolutely amazing. If you guys have not, definitely go to the ZipDraw's Gumroad at .com and go ahead and get yourself this copy, man. It's absolutely terrific. I mean, look how beautiful the way the colors blend in. And speaking of color, we're going to talk a little bit about the Saigon's Rage book and how beautiful he has brought this book to life. So before
I have to say, the best work I've done so far, I feel, has been in Saigon's Rage. A lot of the stuff I've done in there.
And guess what?
I'm really proud.
We're going to talk about that tonight, man. So before
some of our members are asking, are you going to be able to bring any physical copies of Crimson Blade?
No, I don't have any prints right now. I want to do a reprint, but I'm probably going to do maybe a Kickstarter or something later on, so I can do a reprint of the first issue and sell it. I also want to, if I do the reprint, I want to do a second short story so that there's another one in there, so it's different from the old first print. At first, for the longest time, I was actually worried that I didn't have the files anymore, but I do.
Oh, nice. That is terrific, man.
You could probably just say, we'll talk about it later, but you could probably do the original reprint of it, then do the new print of it. I got you, bro. We're gonna make this thing fly.
There we go.
Sweet.
All right, guys. So there it is with Mr. ZipDraw and his Crimson Blade. Listen, magic he already brought to the table. He did not lose the original file, so I mean, who knows? We might get another reprint. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. I don't know, Zip. No pressure.
Oh no, I definitely want to do that.
But you can definitely get the digital version, man. Just go ahead and visit his actual link is up there. Jay Cyber put it up there for you guys. Jose didn't put it up there. It's zipdraw.gumroad.com, and you can actually get the digital version right now. Heck, you can download it right now and watch the stream at the same time while reading it. I mean, a lot of people got skills like that. Multitask, man.
Multitask.
So, hey,
like a smart
before
thing to do.
Before we get started to the next segment, Zip, we got to ask a question. What inspired this? I'm throwing it out there. No. This illustration here. I mean, my man's looking very fancy right now. So we're going to talk a little bit about this strip. I need to know, because this is, if this is early in the morning, how you wake up to get started, I think we need to know this skill, because if that's how you get the illustrations to look as good as they do, We need to talk about this. How did this, my man, listen, this might be a portrait in our booth, guys. Y'all never know. We might have to sell this one here. Y'all want a Zip exclusive. This is how you get it.
I'll wear those pants. No, actually, I got that. A friend of mine, she sells clothes at Hello Boogie.
Oh, okay.
HelloBoogie.com. I think that's her logo on my ass cheek there. And I bought a bunch of shirts from her, and I also asked her like, hey, what's one thing that you don't sell enough that you wish you sold more? And she's like, I wish I sold the joggers. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pick one that has something on the butt. And I had this idea of taking this picture, because like, make sure you take pictures of what you buy. I'm like, yeah, you got it, I'll do it.
Said, I got you. Yeah, I would put it on a cover ad or something inside of a magazine. Look at that cross marketing. You guys can clearly see how big that Crimson Blade poster is in his room. Look at that, man. I mean, that's covering almost the whole wall right there, man. That looks absolutely terrific. Wow, that looks great, man. That looks absolutely terrific. So, yeah, I had to go. Look at that tattoo, brother. I had never seen that. Look, he even has the Crimson Blade on your arm. Wow, that looks awesome. Look, he's marketing all over the place, not just the pants. Wow, that looks great.
That's great.
That looks great, man. That looks so awesome, yo, for real. So, we're going to go on ahead while we set up for the next piece here. We're going to talk a little bit about the Saigon's Rage, and I know that's what some people here are definitely waiting to hear about here. So
America's ass.
That's America's ass. So in the Crimson Blade, we have a good story going on, and when writing the story, we had a character in mind, and we didn't
Saigon's Rage.
Saigon's Rage. I'm sorry, did I say Crimson's Rage?
He's still in the Crimson.
Did I just yeah, I think I might have fusioned something. Who knows, guys?
Did you just go through a rift? Did you just dimensional rift?
You never know, guys. You never know what can happen. But with that being accidentally said, there I go, spilling some pintos. We had a character that we wrote into the story. And in the story, we had a character named Sanction, but we had no drawing, no visualization of it. And we gave the full creative control to Mr. Zip here. So, we got a time lapse that we're gonna kind of review while we talk about it, and in that time lapse, we're gonna have Mr. Zip just talk about what it was that inspired him to create this character of into such perfection. And we also got a couple still images of what you can see after the time lapse of what she ended up like. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw us right back into it. Let's go and get started with this little time lapse here. So, Mr. Zip, what inspired you to actually create Sanction?
When we were talking about her, I originally was thinking she was not going to have any kind of helmet. I was like, oh, what can we do for a face to show that she's cybernetic? She's in my head, she was more of a cyborg. She's maybe more machine than sentient, human. And I really went into it with that, but I also wanted to make her Native American, like specifically Hopi. And so I was looking up a lot of reference about Hopi, what is it called? I don't want to say it's dance, like paint and everything like that, but I went with that. And just one of the main the common themes was the red around the over the bridge of the nose, and I love that look. I thought that looked really cool, so I really wanted to push her that way. And I didn't know what kind of hair she was gonna have. I didn't know whatever. Ended up going with bald, just because that made more sense with it underneath the helmet. But I also just wanted to make her unique, very what's the word? Like if you look at her, you're like, oh, okay, that's
Sanction. Yeah, make her very 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 different than most.
And also like the arm, I really wanted to go with cable, because you sent me one picture that you said that you liked from one of your characters, and I liked the whole cables forming an arm, and I wanted to do that. I really wanted to push that through in there. And then I was like, why stop there? Why not make the whole body almost cybernetic? So I kind of went with as I started drawing like the rest of her body, I went and I added like Colossus like sectioned off lines. And I thought she looked really cool. I'm really happy with the colors that we ended up picking, because I had no idea what colors I was gonna use. Where I was like, I think it's gonna be, pinks and purples and reds and blacks and stuff like that. And we ended up going with the really cool color scheme in the end. And then when I did the helmets for you, because we went through a lot of helmets actually. I think we went through I want to say 6 or 7.
Yeah,
different
we went through quite
designs.
a few helmet designs. Yeah, we absolutely did.
And I think the one that we ended up kind of working together was this one where it splits apart. I wasn't even thinking about it splitting apart when you told me. It's like, yeah, what if it comes apart and you can see your face? I'm like, that's fucking cool.
The split is blocked. You can't see it, Charlie.
Oh
The
man,
split
yeah, it is.
blocked.
Hold on. I'm dropping
We
the
can't
ball,
see it.
guys. I
They'll
just
never
killed
see it. They don't.
There we go. While the time lapse is going on in the back end, we'll go ahead and showcase the split. Oh, here I go. I dropped the ball there. There we go. Boom.
There we
Boom.
We
go.
went with
There
number
we
2
go.
color
Yeah.
scheme actually, and I was still able to keep some of that the cybernetics on her face with the simulating paint. Yeah, she came out looking really cool. She looks powerful, like
Very
muscle.
confident, strong character, man. It came out really nice. So this is actually the main character that gets into the conflict with Saigon in the story in the book. So this is Sanction, and she came out absolutely magnificent. I mean, it came out way better than anticipated, because when you started doing them in the blacks and whites and the concepts, we were like, okay, it looks great. I mean, how could it look any better? And then he goes and starts slapping paint on it. I'm like, wow. Wow, hands down. This is an absolute magnificent art piece. You always outdo yourself, man. Always, man. Every time we got to visit and it got to see the updates, it was just looking so awesome. And we did manage to show some of our Patreons the updates and the journey as we went along with it, but it's nothing like seeing it firsthand, which we're going to actually talk a little bit about the actual journey of that and some of the pages that he actually enjoyed doing. So we had you also sketch black and white angles of Saigon directly. I don't know if you recall doing those. Here, let me actually showcase that on the actual screen here. So
our turnarounds.
Yeah, and we needed it because we were anticipating to create 3D models of Saigon, and with that, we actually have the full turnaround. So we had no back in mind, correct?
Correct. Yeah. I didn't see anything about how his back was gonna be, and so I drew him in one panel first before we ended up deciding that I need to do a turnaround of him, and I was just like, I'll just kind of figure it out as I go, but that wasn't working. So I've been doing this turnaround, and like I love that back. We see like his cybernetics connecting as a spine back there. The logo of the Vanquishers, I really wanted to put that in there as well. Also, I wanted lots of lights. I wanted to light it up a lot. So there's quite a bit of light in this in the colored version. Like you'll see. That I put lights everywhere randomly, because also I kind of wanted to see how this guy would look also in real life. I was like, this guy could look really cool with all these little blue lights here and there, especially because like he's a golden orange. It's the colors that I picked from everything. It's even though it looks more yellow a lot of times, but it's golden orange and blue. I wanted to get those two colors. They're good complementary colors to put together. I took all what I could see from your card art,
The illustration,
and yeah, and I was like, okay, all right, let's figure out what it is I'm seeing in here, because a lot of it was conceptual, painting, so it's a little meshed together, so it's kind of hard to really figure out what it is that I was looking at. Also the canisters, I wanted to keep that hexagon theme throughout the whole thing. It's even in the comic, where it comes to even to the lettering, the panels, everything's a hexagon. And yeah, I had fun. I had a blast making him. I think he looks really cool. Trying to make him look like he could actually move, which is one of my main things I really like to doing when I make armor or aliens or anything. I draw a person first and then draw the rest of the stuff on top of that.
Yeah, guys, he literally drew a person under this armor, guys. Like, he is not making this up. I've seen it firsthand, the breakdowns. So what we needed first and foremost was the helmet. And so we collaborated with a 3D modeler that needed these angles to be able to create the helmet. and we're essentially trying to get a whole armor piece kind of put together. Jason, really quickly, who are we getting the 3D modeling from, and who designed the 3D model helm? I think I hear Jiminy Crickets.
My bad.
There we go.
Myself
I saw your lips moving. You're like,
I was going. So we want to shout out Mighty Heidi. She is. We found her actually on Instagram. She actually does 3D modeling for, if people are familiar with Star Citizen. So she does 3D modeling for them directly. She gets commissioned, and she saw our project. I talked to her for a few weeks, and we were talking about doing some modeling options and seeing what we could get done. And she literally loved our project. She's actually got a whole, she's working on some things for us. So as of right now, Mighty Heidi is our 3D modeler. Whenever we need something done, she's the person we go to. We're going to highlight her more during this month because she's really putting a lot of work. We told Zip what we needed, and he drew this so that she can get it. And she said, "This is awesome. This is exactly what I needed." And she was able to take Zip's artwork and turn it into something tangible.
Yeah,
turn
and
it into something you can.
And he was doing this in between the job, right? So he was doing his comic, he was doing side job, and there was other side job projects we had Zip do. I know he was kind of like, he was annoyed with us. I'm sure he was like, oh, these Vanquisher guys are getting on my nerves. But he did an absolute terrific job. So as you guys can see behind me, we have a 3D model of the helm. It's lit up right now, guys.
What's that over there?
Hold on, Jay. We're going to have to go ahead and show a piecework of what Mighty Heidi ended up putting together for us, and we will have on the in the expo. So this is all done, and again, we have a lot of moving parts going on with the things we do. We do things for reasons, and we're going to go ahead and show you guys what the sketched artwork, 3D all-around sketched artwork got us to be able to get created on the back end here. So let me go ahead and just pull this helm real quick.
well, thank you, everybody, for the ego boost.
Hold on. I gotta put my headphones back
Zip,
on.
they said you're unreal, Zip. They said, Zip, you're so talented, bro.
Look at this helmet, guys. Look at this helmet. I mean, the hexagons on the actual front end are fully intact. The glowing eyes.
The color before.
Dude, the gold is absolutely terrific. I mean, and of course, there's more LEDs that are needed to be added. We didn't add all the LEDs into it. But when the LEDs are added to this helm, and yes, you can see right through this glass. So if I was
Charlie, they said put it on.
Oh, it's going to take me a second or two to put this on, man. And I got my headphones. You know, I would love to put it on tonight, but that's going to probably be when you come to Comic-Con. I'll probably end up having it on.
You know, I was the first one to put that bad boy on.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Jason, we need to post the one with the beard. Can y'all imagine Saigon
we need
with
to hear that.
his beard coming
you know,
through?
And the thing was that Saigon looked so much better with the beard. That was a craziness. You know,
he ain't lying. He did. So it's so amazing how she put this together. Actually, the back is magnetically held and it locks on. So when you go in and the sides come out, so when the sides come out, you lock the sides with a magnetic lock. So each side comes on, so the head comes in, and then you literally take the back and it magnetically locks in place. Literally, and all of this great design wouldn't have been able to come to life and as beautifully painted. And you know, during transit it did the paint kind of got a little jacked up, and she kind of pre-warned us because of the heat, so this is no defect on her part. But
yeah, this is Mach 1. This is the first one that we got fully painted. This is the first one that we got going on, and yes, they're asking, are we gonna have cosplay at future events? We're gonna have Saigons walking around for people to take pictures with.
Yeah, there's a reason why we had a full body.
Told you guys, we've been working on a lot of stuff. We not coming with a little bit. We coming with the whole shebang for you guys.
And these eyes are translucent, so the person wearing them will be able to see clearly out of these helmets.
Damn, that's so cool.
So yeah, you can literally put this on. It is sized, and it's absolutely terrific. Like I said, and the magnetic thing was just such a good touch, and it holds very well. Like the helmet, I'm shaking this so hard right now. The pieces don't fall apart. The magnets.
And what I'll say right now is
amazing, guys. It's absolutely
we got other
amazing
stuff getting 3D modeled as well. So just be on the lookout. We'll have more updates for you.
Damn, a full character
Wait,
turn
are
around.
you
They can
supposed to
do
be talking
anything.
about that? I don't think you're supposed to be talking about
We
that.
got some other. Hey, listen.
Well,
I didn't
listen,
say nothing,
listen,
but I said
we-
something.
Dang, so who's
Hey.
spilling the beans now? That's what I want to know.
Listen, no, my beans stay on my plate. I said something, but I didn't say nothing. I said nothing, but I said something. I promise.
So, yeah, man, needless to say, if it wasn't for the terrific, magnificent artwork that Mr. Zip put together for us, I'm being serious, man. How beautiful this, and this wasn't actually the one, it was the one in full color, which I'll post those on the actual Discord. We didn't have it prepared for tonight to kind of showcase, but he did it in full color, painted, the whole nine, all angles, and it came out absolutely terrific. Zip, we can't say thank you anymore than saying thank you, man. I mean, when you land down here, I might even give you a hug. It might get awkward. It might get awkward really quickly, but that's how much the progression of this project, because of you being able to capture what was on an illustration, guys. You guys don't get it. He had no back reference. Like, literally, he's like, oh, what am I doing in the back? What am I doing on the side? We're like, I don't know. Figure it out. Good luck. Here you go. This is what we want. We want something in reference of this, and may the force be with you. That was it. And he did an absolute terrific job.
But it came out. I figured out a way to like constantly get that looking just right in every single panel.
And
I found
every
fast ways
panel.
to get through.
Yeah, he did it. He did absolutely amazing, guys. And also, he created his offhand. I don't have the illustrations currently here, but he did an entire modeling for his offhand that we had nothing on, and it does have a V. It is absolutely terrific how often throughout the armor he put that V symbol in there. He incorporated it throughout the entire arts. It's amazing.
Zip, how did you feel when
Consummate
you saw the
bees.
3D model of it? How did you feel?
Oh
when
man,
you showed me
I
that?
was like, when you showed me just the model with like it was no color on it, I was just like, that looks freaking awesome. Then I saw it with the color, that looks even cooler. I'm excited to see that. Like, I don't think I'll be able to try it on. My head is unfortunately too big.
We'll see. We'll see.
I
Don't
wear
worry.
glasses called fat heads. Like that's
Literally a brand? What?
yeah, that's a brand. I thought it
Holy-
was for feds because I didn't want to see fat heads.
That is hilarious, man. That is so hilarious. So, guys, we got a sneak peek for you guys tonight. We're going to go ahead and talk about 3 pages with Mr. Zip on there. We're going to show the drawing time lapse as we go through this. So, and we're going to talk to Zip about it. If you guys have any questions during the stream, feel free to ask. We got Zip here, and we'll be more than happy to go ahead and cover those with Zip. So, we're going to talk about the actual first page, page 3. Let me get it up on the screen for you guys real quick.
That's one of my favorites.
All right, so page 3 here, as it's up and running. What inspired you to get to this page, this artwork, this beautiful layout that we're doing? I mean, obviously there's a rough draft here. Guys, believe it or not, this little blurry image in the background you guys are seeing, this was presented to me, and I was like, oh, it's magnificent. Magnificent. And that was just phase 1. I didn't think it'd get any better. And man, look, watch the evolution as we talk about it, how it just kept getting better and better and better. Mrs. Zip, how did you feel drawing this page here? What was kind of going on in this scene? Just go ahead and go nuts. Just go talk about everything you, what inspired you to do it, what references you used, if you used any, what sources, what creative ideas, man.
Well, when I was when I read the script and I was trying to break it apart, the hardest part was figuring out how to put the panels, because like we talked about it, the panels for the entire book, once he comes into this to this universe, he breaks into this universe, we wanted the panels to be part of the power, or the I guess the power that's that's breaking through.
Right.
We wanted that all to kind of blend in, and so that was the hardest part, honestly. Like, that's figuring out the placement of how these panels are. If you look at them, they're all hexagons, and I wanted to keep that in there. I mean, the final result, you can't really see the hexagon, but it's there.
Yeah.
I also really from based off of your card, I really wanted to capture a little bit of that, that bright light, the almost blinding light for when he breaks through. And so for this page, one of the things that Jason told me was that he wanted the yell, the ah, to be part of the artwork. And I was like, okay, I got it. I had it already in my mind, and the final result of the page looks like with the looks amazing. That's actually one of my favorite parts. That's why I kind of said that it's one of my favorite pages, is just mainly because of the lettering. But everything else looks cool too. I mean, that's funny that I like the lettering when I do everything else. But
it actually does look really good because it's so distressed, almost blood. Like it was just, as he's screaming, it's just looking all torn apart, man. It came out absolutely terrific, man.
Yeah, and the backgrounds in this page I also enjoyed. Jeez,
look at the detail of the armor right now. Like, look at the lights. I mean, it's just absolutely so magnificent. Crazy. Look how beautiful it's coming to life, man. I mean,
somebody asked a question.
Yes, do we have a question here?
We got a question. Zip, when the team approached you with the whole thing, what were your first thoughts?
Who the hell are these guys? That's just joking.
Who are you?
Who's messaging me? No.
These guys.
Real quick, let me give a little background before you answer that, just so everybody knows. So I'm my gaming buddies that I've gamed for years with. A few of them are artists and graphic designers and stuff like that. And I reached out to my friend. I call her Astrid. That was her gaming name. But she's actually in the chat. It's L2 Euphorion. She actually knows Zip. That's Karen. Zip, I don't know if you know her by her video game names.
Yeah, I didn't know about her video game tag, no.
But that's Karen. And I asked her, do you know anyone? Because she professionally does design work too. And she's actually doing some stuff for us on some things that on the background, on some backgrounds and stuff. And I said, do you know anyone? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to talk to some friends. I'm going to go and see who. And she said that she had her friend Zip. I said, what's his name? She said, Zip. I said, what? No, what's his name? She said, Zip.
I can see where that gets confusing real fast.
I'm like, not his gaming name, because we
need his real professional. We're professionals. I want to reach out to him professionally. Zip.
Right. So, and I was like, hey, I'm like, all right, well, let me try to reach out to him. So I snuck into. Look at that artwork, yo.
Oh my gosh! Look at
into his DM. I say, yo, what's up, man? I know this person. They're directing me about a comic book. I just want to see if you're doing it. Didn't answer me. So then I had Karen. He's like, he didn't say nothing, but we're shopping around, just trying to see it. Can you let him know? I'm not spamming him. I'm serious, because I know that Zip. You'll see his artwork. He gets probably spammed by a lot of people to do work with, and so. With that being said, that's my gaming buddy for Karen Asher. She's my gaming buddy. L2 Euphorian in the chat right now. She's my gaming buddy since we were teenagers. So I'm an old man now. And she connected us with Zip, and it's like she connected me with one of my long lost cousins, man. And I just a shout out to her. I got love for you. She's gonna get a copy of the comic book for helping this all connect. Shout out to Cootie and M2. They're watching some of my L2 buddies and my Discord that's for the gaming stuff. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for coming in and tuning in. I really got a lot of love for you guys, and thank you for connecting us with Zip. But yeah, Zip, how did you feel after you were like, okay, these guys are not like jokers? What's going on? How did you feel about meeting up with us and talking about doing a comic book?
Well, as soon as I saw your artwork, honestly, I was like, oh, that's down my alley.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly the stuff I like to do. We spoke and you showed me all your characters, and I was already on board as soon as I started looking at it. And then you guys have been the most professional folks I've actually worked with. I think we spoke about that a few times. Especially when I sent you guys the scripting program and examples of how I write scripts, and I was expecting you guys to get back to me, with the script, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks or maybe months later, because that tends to happen with a lot of clients. But no, it was just like 2 days, maybe, and probably the next day. It was the very next day.
Like 24 hours, yeah, roughly.
Yeah, you sent me the script, and I was like, this is perfect. This is great. This is good.
He schooled us how to use his software. We didn't even know how to use his software. Nothing. He sent us a software over. He said, "Hey guys, just learn this software. You get it." He did his own mini tutorial, which was absolutely terrific, by the way. And he's like,
"I'm glad you liked it.
Here you guys go, and may the force be with you." And we're like, "Oh, great. All right, well." Typed up what we had to do and transferred it, and I guess he didn't expect for it to be as quickly as it was.
Another question is what was the hardest thing to take from the script and turn to art?
The hardest thing, figuring out how the the portal and the panel bricks are gonna be like how the power, how the what is the word I'm looking for? The effects were going to look. Like that was for me honestly the hardest thing. I thought it was gonna be drawing Saigon, but honestly after I drew him the turnaround once, I kind of already had an idea of how like to streamline the process of drawing his armor. It's essentially like there's a bunch of shapes that I know where to put. Thank you. I think that was like the hardest part was just like the effects, honestly, because once I knew exactly how I was gonna draw everybody, that was easy. You know, I even the little soldiers, I did concept. Oh, you can see them right there. The little soldiers. I did concepts of.
So these soldiers here in the story, who are they? What are they? I see two characters here at the very bottom corner. What is this big guy right here?
He's like the captain. I kind of want him to be the the big scary guy at Doe. As you can see, like he's a big scary guy, but that's it. He gets taken out right in the very beginning. But like I love that. Like I'm showing like these powerful characters. They have this bulky ass armor. That guy has. I love that look, that silhouette of just a little tiny head over in between big, like huge this giant bulkiness. Shoulder. Yeah. And I really wanted to play with that. Like as soon as you told me, like, yeah, you got to come up with the soldiers and how they're gonna look like. I'm like, oh, okay, I got this. All right, cool.
You see, Jose, we're not just like, we don't just do that to you. We did it to Zip too. We say, hey, come up with this, figure this out, be on our way.
Yeah, and I had fun, and I wanted to keep it, a simple color scheme, so that one, I could use it over and over, that color scheme, but also that you can tell the difference. So where Saigon is that bright orange, we go with that blue again to kind of have that complementary looking colors next to each other. Yeah, like they were just fun to create, and I liked drawing all these different characters in the background. I love drawing the backgrounds too.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely.
It's my favorite part of the animation, the lettering.
If you guys, when you guys see the space and time, especially when you first open the book, just appreciate the first page. That's all I gotta say. How
the
beautiful,
cosmos that I painted.
How beautiful that page really truly is, man. It looks absolutely terrific.
I also love how, like, you told me, like, this is gonna be, I want this to be colorful. I want this, to be busting out of the page. I'm like, oh, sweet, okay. So I can push everything further than what I would normally do on other clients' work. So I was able to push everything. I threw all the colors on there, and I wanted to get that. I wanted to get this, vibrant look to everything. And then if you notice, as the book goes, the environment gets darker, but the power starts, all the effects get brighter. I really wanted to kind of bring that in there, and I knew that was gonna make everything else pop a lot more as we kept going. So I guess the hardest part, to answer your question, the hardest part was doing all the effects. And I love that panel where he's getting obliterated there. I went with a different coloring style for that one over the rest of it, because I wanted to kind of show him kind of being overtaken by this blast, this color, almost like he's becoming one with it as he's being obliterated there.
Look at the captain screaming like bloody murder in the top left corner. Like he's like, call sanction. The expression, just how you capture it is absolutely terrific. You can see the distress he's under. Like, he's screaming bloody murder, like, get out. Look at the next scene he's putting together. Look at the troops as he hits the floor. Just look at the detail he puts into these books,
you guys are seeing this in a time lapse, and this is literally months of work, and like every Wednesday since we started, like we met almost every Wednesday. I think we missed like half a Wednesday, but we literally sat every week, went over all the pages that were getting done, made sure everything flowed right. Like literally this, you see a time lapse, but this is time put in of this beautiful art. And Zip, you're so talented, bro.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun. I actually, that panel that we're drawing now, the background, I was like really happy with that. Like, oh, this background looks amazing.
Yeah,
Gotta
I
cover
love,
it up.
Yeah.
But I got really into it. I was all like, oh man, I'm loving this, stylized look to a lot of things that I kind of pushed on there.
Yeah, the page breaks really, it worked. And there's a scene, and I believe it's this scene, where the page breaks actually surge into his gauntlet. Like, as the page breaks, guys, listen. Each panel is the energy of sources as he's killing the opponents or killing these enemies and taking
Vanquishing his enemies.
Oh, vanquishing. There you go. That's the better term. I apologize. I apologize. PG-13, little miss. I know you're going to call me out. We'll talk about that later. But as he's vanquishing his enemies, taking their energy source, the way he pulled it off. And in the script, it's easy, guys. I just say, hey, he's going to destroy them, vanquish them, and steal their energy. Creatively, I didn't know how that was going to turn out. I'm going to be honest with you. And he absolutely executed that scene, man. I mean, he just completely executed that scene. I don't know if it's this page. It might be this page, actually. I think it is this page here, guys. I might have to speed it up.
All right, so there's a question. It says favorite page of. It says part 7 and why.
The book is part 7, so favorite page.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. So favorite page of part 7 and why?
Of part
without
7?
giving too much away.
Of the
comic book.
Let's jump right into page 7 then. Here we go. Boom. Let's get right into it.
Let me
time lapse a little bit of page 7 here. So just that way we can kind of take a quick look.
So they're just asking you, Zip, what's your favorite page of this book?
If you had to pick
We're
one,
not giving away too much, but we're actually.
Oh man, my favorite page in this book. Oh, it's a tie between this one here, 7, and 6. Honestly, like 6 because we get to see, Sanction, kind of giving Saigon a hard time, like really, like
roughing him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I ain't gonna lie.
You know why this is my favorite.
I gotta
page.
say this page right here is my favorite though. When he's when he crushes her helmet and he's like taking, stealing her energy. That's dope, man. I love it.
I also love the parallax universe that I drew here. I mean, like when I painted and everything, I honestly had no idea how that was gonna look. When he explained to me, he's like, it's like a cyberpunk city, and I'm like, they're already in a cyberpunk city. How am I gonna do this? And I just kept
a bit more cyber on it.
Let me tell you guys something. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. When we tell him the confidence of this man, he's like, "Oh yeah, I got it. Oh yeah." And when he hangs up, I can only imagine where you're like, "All right, crap. I gotta watch a couple movies, man. I'm gonna get this figured out, man. I'm gonna get this figured out." And then like he would come back and be like, "Man, yo, I was inspired by this one flick. You guys should check it out. Oh, yo, I was inspired by this. Oh, last week I watched this thing and I already had the whole scene figured out. I'm gonna do this one panel." And I was like, "All right, well, man, Mr. Zip, I'm telling you, you hold your confidence up very high and you meet." No, I lied. You don't meet. You exceed the standards every single time. Every week we met, man, you killed and you exceed the standards.
One thing first. I love and I have a love and hate relationship with Saigon's gauntlet.
Oh yeah, okay. We have talked about that.
That gauntlet is so intricate. There's so many little things on it. When I first drew it, I was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna hate this." But now that I figured it out, like I think after the 4th time that I drew it, I was like, "Oh yeah, I know all the shapes on this."
Yeah, you absolutely executed it very well on this scene where he's gripping. Look how beautiful the parallax he did, and he covers 80%, 90% of it up, man. That's the sad part, man. But he goes into significant details, man.
This is my favorite page, but we ain't gonna talk about why it's my favorite page.
I saw it. Why? I saw
You saw
why.
it? You saw it? They was paying attention. They see it.
Yeah. Hey, if you could pick another Vanquisher
story.
card, if you could pick another Vanquisher character to draw next, who would you choose?
Actually, yeah. There was this big dude he showed me. I can't remember his name. I'm trying to remember now. Him and
Probably
Saber,
Raskin.
I think.
Oh, Cyber.
Cyber, yeah.
Yep.
Cyber and Raskin. Yes, Raskin was
Raskin's
the second character you showed me.
Yeah.
Both of them look really cool, and I was really trying to like I was looking at them and I was actually sketching them in my sketchbook a while back. Just
Oh,
for fun.
That's good.
The devs heard some unknown features. I don't know, guys. I might be able to get my hands on them. Who knows?
Hey, that's good that you practicing, because guess what? As long as everything goes the right way, no matter what way, really, no matter what way it goes, the main story comic books, because this is a 7-part series, the Saigon Rage. The main comic books that are coming out is going to be mainly based on Cyber and Raskin.
Yep.
Sweet.
The opening scenes, a lot of it, the story initially revolves around Cyber and Raskin. So the fact that he's already pre-drawn, it's almost like he pre-saw it, right?
Oh, also, I saw this character that was posted somewhere. I think it's in the Discord. A guy with like a red.
Solaris, baby.
Oh, we ain't talking about him. Nah, we talking about Ice. He has a hoodie and he has ice. That's the guy you like.
No,
There's a big civil war going on.
He's a Solaris fan. It's all good,
Fair
man.
enough.
That's all right. Team Solaris. There we go.
that boy.
Hey, just we aight. So there's a civil war going on in the community about the Solaris and Veils, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Solaris is pretty
team.
tough.
I'm Solar team.
Yeah, Solar's pretty good,
Let's
man.
battle.
All right, quick question. What advice would you give young artists and the parents of young artists?
Oh man. Oh, I always hate these.
Stay in school. Stay in school.
Actually, my advice is don't go to an art school. But study anatomy. But like definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Anatomy. I can see that.
Anatomy is like, well, for example, when I went to school, it was way too expensive, and my teacher pulled me aside and he goes, "You got to get out of this school. Go to a community college because this school is a waste of time. You're already talented. You're better than half the students here." And I was like, damn. I still stayed there because I was stubborn. But yeah, my concept art teacher told me, he's like, "You can get a job already at LucasArts. I'm gonna put in a good word for you." And so like I went to the art institute. So but one of the things that I learned the most from there was, and it's like a thing you can take from any school. Because a community college is probably better, I think. But studying anatomy, figuring out, gesture, drawings, which is pretty much just like, let's see, do I have anything in here? Damn. All right, I got this. Maybe you can see a little bit, but you can see those little stick figures almost.
Oh yeah.
Doing that and figuring out how to draw that in like less than a minute is what you really want to aim for. Is just ridiculous. Oh, look at this. Carlos in his underwear. Again.
Oh, wepa.
Definitely studying anatomy, learning those basics and then creating your style. Because a lot of times, a lot of kids like to draw straight up, like, oh, I'm just going to copy Dragon Ball or some random anime.
That's what I used to do.
That doesn't help you grow your skill. That helps you figure out how to draw what you see. But you need to learn how to, figure out your anatomy and how, and then from there, distort it and have fun. And then the other thing that I would possibly tell people is learn the business side of things, because that's something I started learning later, and I was really bad at it. I still think I'm kind of not that great. And right now with social media, I think the younger kids have it a whole lot easier to get their name out there. I'm really bad at social media, so I need to get better at that. But
Don't worry, Zip, I got you.
But that's definitely, like there's so many options out there to learn. YouTube, honestly, I learned more from YouTube than I ever learned at the Art Institute.
I can agree. I can agree and concur.
Whether it's 3D, 2D, you look at art demos, people just give out, tutorials as well. I put out a few tutorials on my YouTube page, ZipDraw. And
follow that, guys. Why wait? Follow that. YouTube.
That's how I learned. And so I really pushed, to study up by watching other people do some artwork. And that's my advice all over the place.
Looks like we got another question here.
Oh, they're trying to challenge you for a battle.
I need to learn how to play the game.
Yeah, so he's actually going to come down, guys. we've actually discussed this, I think, off stream, that he wants Brandon to teach him how to play the game, man. So he's gonna have a little bit of knowledge.
You all, and then he can show me all the tricks, and then I can beat
you. He's gonna have the cards that we have not unleashed yet. I mean, you never know. Zip is gonna come with something exclusive. You never know.
Oh, that's what's up. We'll make you a custom build deck. That way you won't lose no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, sweet.
Pull out that you lose automatic card. Put on tape.
And we're gonna play for pink slips.
Oh man, my man went Fast and the Furious in here.
He's living his life
you want my
40 miles at a
Kia?
time.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. Man, but look how beautiful, guys. Real quick, I just want to take it back to the canvas real quick. Look how beautiful the central image of the Parallax universe turned out. I mean, how vibrant the colors are. Very just like, he captured exactly how we describe with the Parallax universe. And for those that are not familiar with the Parallax universe, it's an alternate dimension. It's kind of like the glass realm, something similar to what you would think of Doctor Strange, where in the glass world, there's an image or a reflection of you within that universe. And so there's multiple versions where you can see within. And so this is where Saigon in the book taps into. And this is the part where he explained was a little bit more challenging than most of the other pages, because as you guys can see, he's punching air, right? So what you would see was just thin air, and he's literally punching and shattering that what you could think is air. To him, it's now the glass world, and he taps into that world. And when he gets in there, whatever's pre-existing that he's currently in the battle with is frozen in time, doesn't exist. And so there's the scene where he walks up to her, and man, this is the part right here where he's putting the detail into her face, just like she's just so confused at what's going on, because she had the whole upper edge on this man from the battle since the beginning of the book, essentially. Like, she was conquering Saigon. Saigon didn't know what to do or how to counteract her, until he came up with the idea that he had to go into the Parallax universe to be able to defeat her. And he has not had to do that in their world and like ever, essentially, right? He has not been challenged like the way she has challenged him, because most people that go up against Saigon are pushovers. Like, he literally would just rough them up and just kind of toy with them, where she was actually challenging him. And I think that's what Zip, when he created her, look how beautiful he put that glitch effect on her. You see that? Y'all see that? Let's take a man, and then the cubes. Yo, Zip, you killed that scene there. Look how beautiful the embers. I mean, you gotta appreciate this art, man. You gotta really appreciate this.
Zip, yeah, and I really like the fact that when we did this, we chose to, and Zip made it. We just kind of brainstormed it all together. It was the way the boxes break. So like when you read a regular comic book, everything's boxes. But if you look at ours, the energy is actually surging through the pages that breaks all the boxes. Like,
and when he did the energy, he purposefully tried to make them hexagon style. Like, you'll notice that even though it's stretched in weird ways, they were designed intentionally as hexagons. Now, Zip, I have a question actually. How much of a challenge was that as you brainstormed the breakage of the page? Because, and you've captured it clearly. I mean, I'm looking at it right here. I mean, it's a full-on hexagon. But then the way you kept breaking the panels, you kept that effect going throughout the whole book. I mean, to me, that seems like the hardest part.
I actually drew those, like redesigned them like maybe 5 times, and then finally at the end, I was all like, "Oh, simpler is better." I was going a little bit too hard, like
too perfecting it, like really making cubes.
Yeah, and it just looked like a hodgepodge of just colors threw up in there. But then I was like, I gotta pull back. I gotta figure out how to make this look nice.
Let me quickly fast this to this other page here, because this is one of the other pages he really enjoyed doing.
And then one of the pages that we're not going to show, but you just got to read the book and you can see it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
One of the pages where they break through, where he first breaks through, I saved one of, I think it was page 3 page 4 for last, because he breaks through to their reality, and it shatters like glass. And what I wanted to do, and what I ended up doing was, in all the glass, there's parts of other pages inside the reflections of all the glasses. So that's, I don't know if you guys read that, you can look at it and you're like, oh look, there's that part.
Yeah, so essentially what he's saying is pay attention to the details. Because the shattering glass shards is kind of foreseeing what's already happened in future pages, in the upcoming pages has already occurred in the shattered shards, man. And he did point that out to me, because honestly, I was looking at it and I didn't really notice it until he pointed it out to me. And it's like, wow, this is absolutely terrific. He pulled that off very well, very, very well, man.
Oh, and that sword. I had no idea how I was going to draw the sword. We spoke about it, and I was like, I think I see it. I think I recolored that sword in all the pages a few times over, and then came up with the final look that I felt like worked the best with the pages.
So the sword he's essentially talking about is Saigon's dimensional gun blade. So that's the gun that he uses, that he shoots with, and he'll also swing the blade and transform it. So the actual energy is pulled from somewhere in the universe or the multiverse or wherever he pulls the energy from, and inside of it you'll end up seeing like nebula, and you'll see all kinds of different effects with it. So yeah, you absolutely did pull that off very well, man. That looks awesome.
I also drew the gun a few times from the how it transforms, and I think we spoke about it, like how it would extend from the grip, and how it would turn so that it's comfortable to hold as a sword. And that was fun. Like it was a lot of fun to create that, all the weapons. And the funny thing is, I'm not a weapons guy. Like I don't really draw guns that well. I like to draw sci-fi guns because they don't have to be anything real.
Yeah, just shapes, octagon. And honestly, the weapon tree that you actually did for us, the guns, the captain's guns, Sanction's gun that you actually did for us, came out magnificent. They were absolutely awesome the way you did them, man. There was a great blueprint. It allowed us to get ideas to be able to use that for future content as well.
Yeah, we actually did a lot of concept for just these 8 pages. Like there was quite a bit of concept artwork that we did for it.
Yeah, so when the official book drops, we'll probably include a lot of that concept, in the actual books. So I don't want to say too much because I know Jason will probably decapitate me after the stream. So I'm going to go ahead and silence his golden. I'm definitely going to exercise my right on that. Jay's like, I can already feel the heat from Jason's speaker coming through my headphones. So I'm not going to say no more.
Here I come. I got to talk about it now.
Here goes Mr. Jason. Now he's going to go ahead.
What I'll say, Zip, I just want to, because the thing is, we've talked and we know, you've told us what your background educationally wise and stuff like that is. And I've seen stuff you've done other than just stills and artwork. In the future, as things keep going, how do you feel about the idea of doing more of these comic books, this series, other series, maybe even
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
all
even some other stuff, because I know you said something about you went to school for also to be a director and stuff like that.
Yeah, director.
I tried to go to school for film, but the film department wasn't ready yet, and they're like, "You want to try animation?" I was like, "I guess." and I went to animation and I fell in love with it. I was like, "Oh crap, I love drawing." And yeah, I liked. I get essentially like telling stories is what I really, really like doing, whether it's, a filming medium or comic book. But with comic books, you have a bigger budget, essentially. You can do all these, explosions, crowds and stuff that you probably wouldn't be able to do if you try to film it because it's expensive. So I think that's why I fell in love with comics, because I can direct my stuff.
Direct.
And just to throw out there, because I've seen some of the other stuff you've done, would it be out of the realm of a possibility if we took some of this and actually made an animated series, maybe?
That could be pretty cool. I mean,
I've seen you do some stuff.
Yeah, I've done animation, animatics and everything. You can find there's the Skelly Bones that I worked on. My own video game that I'm kind of slowly working on.
I love that thing, by the way. You're gonna have to. We're gonna talk about that. That thing looks awesome.
Yeah, you guys gotta definitely look him up. Yeah.
Follow Zip if you want to see some of that phenomenal stuff he's doing. And just as the future goes, we're looking at the Saigon Rage is a 7-parter, and we have some crazy ideas for some of the stuff. Did you think of any ideas? Because the premise is he's going through 7 different dimensions to get energy to come back to his battle. Did you think of any? Because we all collaborate. Me, Charlie, the whole team collaborate with Zip to talk about different ideas to see what will work the best. Did you think of any that could work possibly?
Like in regards to what?
Like ideas for the themes of those other parts of the comic book.
Well, one, I want to know more about the other characters, to tell you the truth. Like, I really would like to know more about them, to gear. Like with Saigon's Rage, I automatically knew it's the rage that's he's angry, and so everything that I put on there was brutal with how he interact with any of the other characters, and by interact I mean kill.
Vanquish. We vanquish.
Yeah. Oh yeah, vanquish. Obliterate, vanquish. They're okay people. They're fine.
Yeah, they're good.
But I knew with his how I was gonna have him present, and same with the other characters. I would love to incorporate, that feeling of whatever it is that's driving them in each issue. I know a little bit about the next point in the story. I'm not too sure how much I could say about that, but I know a little bit of the next part of that, and I'm pretty excited to see how much more we can push that. Showing more of these, showing more of his power, or everybody's like powers, and showcasing their abilities that are in the cards. That's what I really want to. I really want to explore some more.
Yeah. Actually, our goal is again, we do plan on putting out multiple books, which I'm sure Mr. Jason was going to go ahead and cover. We definitely are going to have these as Kickstarter campaign goals, to see if we can go ahead and get that stretch goals and stuff like that, to be able to get Mr. Zip on board to get the rest of these books covered. And we do have quite a bit of stories, because Jason and I, our vision is to put out the lore and the story in the comic books. That's our vision. That's been our dream since we've been kids, to make our own comics.
This is a dream come true. This is not a...
There's so many moving parts with this, and you guys as the community that's been taking it in, reading the books, or going to be reading the books, and I'm sure you guys are really going to enjoy the story. There's so much more to this that it's much bigger. And look, we even have our illustrator that's excited to move forward with this project, guys, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, definitely. And as we go forward, just so you guys kind of know, like we said, the Saigon Rage is a 7-parter, right? Once that 7-part is done going out, that's going to turn into a graphic novel for people to also get, which we're going to probably do like a better cover, like a really nice cover. Like, it's going to be really good. And this is future planning, and this is time, because we're not just, we go at our pace. We don't try to rush things. We want everything to come out very on pace and very strong when it comes out. So it's really cool, because the main comic book that's going to be talking about Cyber Story is a 4-piece they're going to be full comics. So these 7-parter comics are mini series. Technically, they're like 8 pages each. The comic will finally finalize with like probably 12 pages.
Correct.
Because we're going to add some other stuff in there, like like Charlie was saying, like behind the scenes kind of stuff. Maybe we'll have a thing, we're going to have some things in there to honor Zip for doing what he did, because we always pay due our respect to the people that come in these projects that we can't do, and make them immaculate. And with that being said, those 7 parts, the Saigon Rage is like a prequel to the story we're going into for the main story of what's happening right now. So the 4 books that are full 22 to 24 page comic books that are going to come out, that 4-parter that's talking about Cyber's part of what's happening, those are going to come out. And between those coming out, we're going to have the 7-parter
more stories. Yep, we're going to be unleashing pieces, kind of like flashbacks. You're getting Cyber's story is what's the current the entire universe that is in current, and you're going to start getting bits and pieces of the 7 worlds that Saigon invaded to get to these points as flashbacks occur.
Correct.
Up until the completion, you're going to get the complete Saigon Rage novel. Look at Zip. He's got a smile for me. He's already seeing this, man. That's why we stick Zip on our side, man. He can see the vision. I love it.
Yeah, so everything we're building is built out because we are comic book lovers. Like, we grew up collecting them. Literally, like, some of the community members, it was crazy. We have one community member, Ottawa collector. He actually grew up in the same town as us. He collected comic books from the same comic book we collected from.
Yeah, same shop.
And it's like, we are comic book collectors, so like, we're putting this just like how a comic book would come out. Like, we're not just trying to put like a TCG comic book story out. We're actually putting a full comic book out. And we're going to make everything come together and fall in place. You're gonna be like, that's crazy how that part happened and that. And then we're going to do some fun theme dimensions that they're going to go through that I haven't really talked too much with Zip about, but I know definitely we have at least 2 to 3 theme ones that for sure are going to happen that are going to be really fun. And it's going to really, how you say, rock the boat, Charlie? We're going to rock the boat a little bit.
We're going to rock that boat
rock
wide over, baby.
And you know, the whole process and everything going forward is just a very beautiful thing. And Zip, as you know, you're coming down to sign comic books. I know you're excited. It's so funny, guys. I message Zip and be like, hey, when can you meet so we can confirm your flight to get down and we can get everything situated? And then like, I'd be busy and I'd be like, I'm too busy. We'll do it tomorrow. That happened like 4 days in a row.
I think so. Yeah, we were both playing tag.
Yeah. So, but he's coming down. He'll be here. He's coming. The Tampa Comic-Con is on the 29th. That Thursday he's flying down, but he'll be here basically after midnight. And we'll be picking him up. Me and Brandon coming to get him, and we're gonna get him out here, get him some food, get him ready to go for the next morning. Because that Thursday we're gonna be setting the display up around 4:00 at the venue and getting everything set up. I thought we were going to possibly get Zip here so he could do some work and help us put the display up, but he got out of that with the flight time.
He ducked and dodged some additional work, man.
So,
but
while I'll say Zip,
yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Just personally, I'm sorry. Because we have the book here. Family members come by. Charlie, his family members seen it. Everyone that's seen the book in hand is blown away, my brother. Like, the way he did the coloring, like, he knew how bright to make. I said it before. I'm just repeating, but yeah, definitely. What do you think that? What are some fun stuff that we're gonna do? And so we'll just go into a question. What is some of the fun stuff we're gonna do when you get here at the booth? What are you gonna be offering? What are you gonna be doing for people and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. So with the purchase of the books, for an additional cost, I've been totally down. I want to draw portraits, or busts from chest up of any of the characters. So like somebody asked earlier, like, what character am I going to draw next? Well, which character you want me to draw next?
So you might want to get with the devs and figure out the characters, man. He'll do some exclusive artwork, and I believe his rates are going to go starting at $10 for blacks and whites, and he may do some colors. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. And
I have watercolor. I do a lot of watercolor stuff and acrylic stuff, but most likely I'm going to do a watercolor. So if anybody wants, color on there, that's an option as well. But I really want to do the busts with the books. It'd be great to have it together. If you're a collector, you'll be able to keep both of them maybe next to each other.
Yeah, that'd be nice, man. That's gonna be so cool.
I'll have some already ready up ahead of time too, because like I said, I've been sketching a lot of the characters. I just look at the cards and I'm like, I want to sketch this guy. I do, like you saw my sketchbook. I just doodle. Like, honestly, I draw the majority of the day. If I'm not drawing, then I'm boxing. If I'm not boxing, then I'm drawing. so like that's just what I love to do. Like.
That is so awesome.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be so much fun, man. I hope all you guys or whoever can make it out to the convention, you'll definitely see how we turn up. For those that it's already had the pleasure to kind of hang out with us and kind of join the Vanquisher family, we're pretty interesting people to be around, and I think Zip automatically fits in the crowd. Like, it's so awesome. Like, even when we talk about the comic book, we could literally lose each other's mindsets for hours and just kind of like randomly have fun about other stuff. And that's what makes the entire team amazing. That we are, we're regular guys, man. I mean, we're just your everyday guys, man, doing this type of stuff and loving what we do and loving the journey upon that as well. Another quick note on the cards, which we plan on doing, on the comics, what we plan on doing is that there's going to be an exclusive card set series that will be available with the actual card game that'll be usable in the card game that'll come exclusively with the comic books. Not this pre-Kickstarter set one, but not the pre-Kickstarter, but during Kickstarter, there's going to be sets that'll be exclusive from the comic book. So it's going to be Zip's actual drawn art from the comics as exclusive content cards, which can be buffs, neutrals, abilities. You will never know, man. So we're going to be coming out with all those things together. Go ahead, Jason. I apologize.
So no, I'm just saying it's going to be basically alt art, comic book art from the artwork that Zip did. So they're going to be a comic book series that's going to continue with the comic books and stuff like that. So be on the lookout. There's some other stuff as we get closer we're going to show you guys. That's going to be fun about the comic book that people don't know yet. And then the cool thing we did, Zip, I know we talked about it. I don't have one to show you yet, but the coloring books from your black and whites that you gave us.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be
is on the way. So when you get here, we're going to have them so you can check them out. And the way we're doing that is if somebody gets one of our comic books and they have kids with them, we're going to automatically just give them one of the coloring books. So that they can, because we want, the kids to have that and stuff like, it's always fun to have stuff like that. So we'll have those as an offering. Be on the lookout because coloring books don't stop there. We might do a PDF download and you never know. There might be a coloring contest. You could have your kids do a coloring contest and win a special card in the future after Kickstarter. You never know. We're doing a lot of fun stuff. We always think ahead.
We love them kids, man. Listen, we love them kids. We're going to take care of the youth.
Have you shown off the cover yet?
The cover of the coloring book?
Yes, yeah, of the comic.
Oh,
the comic?
Of the comic itself? Yeah, Patreon got to see the cover. I mean, it's kind of right there for the most part. I mean, you can't see it too much, but get to the booth. You'll see it really close up. The cover has interesting things. I mean, obviously, clearly it's Saigon, right, in full rage. But we kind of have a lot of cool things with the cover that we plan on going on with. But
there's some more stuff that we haven't unleashed yet about the cover that you guys got to keep an eye on.
You almost gave it away.
Like that.
I spilled the beans, Jason.
I don't spill the beans.
You put pearl,
something
man.
without saying nothing.
Don't do that.
Nothing without saying something, right, Brandon?
I know what you're talking about. So he said something without saying something.
All right, fair enough. We'll roll with that.
Are there going to be this is a question that I'm going to ask. Are there going to be posters to sell or things of that?
Well, we don't have that intention at the booth itself, but we do have it on our website. Currently, we have Cyber Saigon. I think Jose is supposed to be putting up
Vanquishers
Vale and Solaris.
/merch. Get your posters, buddies.
Bro, he just came in like Talamundo. Llámame cuando se quiere. Say. Búscalo un poster. Came out of nowhere with that, man. But yeah, we do plan on having posters. I think in this event, we have a lot of other things. I think our biggest problem is where we're gonna put it all. That's where me and Jason's kind of like we got a 10 by 10. We didn't expect for it to be really that. Like when we were doing it, because we go all the way live, man. If we would have known it was gonna be as big, we would have got a 20, a 20 by 20. But we ended up getting a 10 by 10 locked in, and this was way early on in the year. So funds were kind of, budget was kind of, in flexible areas.
You guys know we got the budget. So, we got to make sure Zip get paid and get flown down. That comes first before we make more posters. And stuff.
So our budget kind of was restrained, but yeah, we do plan on putting posters out. That would actually be absolutely terrific.
Posters, Vanquishers TCG /merch. Get the posters right now.
Yeah.
Look at that Saigon, man. That Saigon's huge. It's probably bigger than Jose as he stands up.
I'm gonna have to get one of those. I'd like to put that right here.
That's pretty tough. But yeah, so Zip, before we wrap anything out, does anyone have any other questions for Mr. Zip here before we go ahead and wrap this stream up? And while you guys get that
Anything?
stuff together, Mr. Jason, let's go on and give a shout out to our Patreons, everybody
Yeah.
that does support our project. We appreciate all you guys. Just understand that your funds go 100% back into this project to get people like Zip on board. Because trust me, when Zip sees the flow, he smiles from ear to ear. My man's loving the work that he's
I'm
doing.
trying not to. My
he's
cheeks hurt right now.
Zip loves it.
Shout out to
Appreciate you
everybody
guys with your
showing love,
support.
yeah.
Yes, we love the support and love, and people that interact with us knows that we're pretty interesting people to be around.
Yeah, definitely. So let me if you guys have any
Right-handed.
more questions, throw them up. I'm gonna just shout out all the Patreon members, and then we'll answer the questions after I'm done reading them.
Yep.
So so we got some new Patreon members, and thank you for coming on board, you guys. We really appreciate it. So we got Gino. He's been in our Discord a few times. He's been in some lives with Brandon playing the game, watching people play the game. We got Adam D. I don't want to say people's last names. So Adam D. Shout out to you for coming through and being part of the Vanquisher family. We got Douglas M. That's Yati Mod. That's his name in Discord and on Instagram. He actually won our new designer's tee, the Solar Pop tee. He won the one that we did a giveaway with Pop Ninja. And he won a Saigon Rage card, and he was in the Whatnot streams getting some of the booster packs through that. Cards and Stuff just joined our Cards and Stuff 254. He just joined our Discord, our Patreon, and shout out to him. He's been a great supporter. He was one of the first community members that we met in Orlando Collecticon, Orlando, me and Jose. And literally as soon as he grabbed one of our cards, he was locked in with us. What's up, Blackout? That's Gino. And so shout out to Ivan. And he's actually hooked us up with AGS to get our cards graded. And he said he did a Saigon Rage card, and he did the Distract 1 Pop 16, and they're on the way to him. So he's going to probably be showing us those slabs and showing them off until I can't even touch them. So that's how he is sometimes. Christian S, shout him out. That's one of our guys. He's been following us for a while. He's part of Patreon. We got Just 30. He's in the chat right now. Shout out to you, Justin. You really go above and beyond. Yesterday, you were the one that set everything up for the stream for us to be able to do what we did yesterday at that LGS. We really appreciate you putting in the footwork and getting us connected with that LGS. And Nerdy Needs is a big home base for us out here in the Tampa Bay area. Shout out to Fluent that's in the chat. We really appreciate you coming on board and being part of the street team as well. Speechless to the amount of love and the amount of support that you guys have been showing so far with everything going on. Shout out to Melanie. We got Seminole Donkey. Shout out to him. JP, that's Outer Edge Comics, or Jeff Pasito. I call him JP. Shout out to him. He did some avatars of us and some characters of Saigon as well in the chibi format. So that's pretty cool. And then we have Devil Dog Cards. Shout out to him. He's part of our street team as well. So he's helping spread the word out in his local LGSs. Lord Dragon, that's Kyle. He's like basically the head of our Tennessee team of like 14 people that are pushing us out there. So shout y'all out. Thank you so much for everything y'all are doing. That's a big team out there. They got a lot of other TCGs that help as well. So that's why we always like to work with people that work with all the TCGs, because we're all about community and everyone growing and having a good time. Shout out to Gabriel. Doom. I'm just calling him Doom. He was in chat. He's been in our Discord. He's been on lives. He's been in the streams. Like, he's been showing a lot of love. He's one of our Patreon members as I'm reading. And then we have Damiano. He's out in overseas. He always orders stuff. He always asks about what's going on. He always shows love. The Cardboard Crackhead. That's Evan, man. Shout out to him. I'm always the first one to get his Instagram posts or his YouTube, and I always click like on him first because he shows phenomenal love to the game and to the community that we're building here. Oda Collector, he's one of the OG collectors that came in and helped show people our game. His daughter actually, we sent him some merch for his daughter to wear, and he bought a matching shirt. So if you look on our Discord and you see a cute little baby running around with a pink 8-bit
absolutely
shirt
adorable.
on, absolutely adorable. Like, we thought he
Adorable.
professionally went and got the video and picture done, but he was like, no, he was like battling with his daughter to get that picture done. And then we come on to Little Miss Little Miss opened a lot of doors. She contacted us with a lot of people. I would say a big chunk of a lot of the growth and a lot of the stuff coming on her being our Patreon and finding our game and our company and us as people, like she's really been the big door opener on a lot of stuff for us. So we really appreciate you. Atlas, shout out to you. That's a moderator on some other Discords that he got a little upset with me, but he said, I understand y'all game is dope, so I'm following you guys at top tier. So shout out to him. A Deus Gold, we got Leafy, we got Juan. Wangan's son, he's always doing tags. He actually, Zip, he does like graffiti tags of Vanquisher TCGs all up in New York.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll send you some videos so you can see. Like the last one he did, he found a car that got in a wreck that was just on the road waiting to get pulled. He walked up and did a Vanquisher tag on it, Vanquisher TCG tag.
Oh, that is absolutely awesome. I need to see that.
But
too.
I say I don't know where he live. I don't know his legal name. Don't ask me. I don't know. Don't. So, and then we got Jeeps. Shout out to Jeeps. He's a big community member. Him and Ottawa Collector, because Ottawa's right after him. They both followed us around the same time, and they've been showing us love on the back end. They always give me advice. They always let me know direction. They always give me some answers to questions that I might not know the answer to. It's a big community when it comes to everything we're doing. Then we have Daniel G the third. Shout out to him. And then Wager Tropes TCG. Shout out to them. Saeed, he popped in. He's our meme king. He hasn't thrown memes up, but I said I need a meme from you. He threw one up the other day. So shout out to him. We got Datsun. Shout out to Datsun, man. He's like one of the first people to play test our game and really like run it through the ringer and really give us a lot of feedback. He play tests a lot of TCGs, so we really appreciate him. Shout out to Warnardo. Then we got BK. BK was he was actually the first Discord member to meet us at a convention, a live event. Yeah, so shout out to BK. We got Platinum Prince. He actually was moving and then he switched jobs, went back to another job, and he's been doing really well now. So we always check him out, check out his page. He's always working out. He needs that motivation. Everybody show him love. UND Devil Dog, Angie R. We got Mr. J, that's my close buddy on the West Coast. We got Rico, Caleb. We got Cerberus. Shout out to Cerberus. We got Norma. We got Carmen. We got Bethany. We got Darjack. Darjack was one of the first people to follow us. It's pretty wild. And then the OG, the A1, the guy who came in first out of nowhere.
OG.
I pulled him from a Digimon Discord, and he was like, after that, I never left. I never left the Vanquishers.
The OG. He was rocking with us when there was no one rocking with us.
Ultimate Chaos.
Ultimate Chaos. That's my guy. I gotta text him. We're very active with our community. So once we get to know people and stuff, like you guys, we'll text you, we'll talk to you directly in DMs. Like we don't just act like we're behind some wall that you can't speak to us. We're always available. And thank everybody that's part of our Patreon, because like I told the guys, like somebody who's never met you is going to believe in you, and you guys have proven it and shown it. And we really appreciate all you guys.
Yep.
So really appreciate everybody.
So yeah, without it didn't seem like we had very many questions left. So without further ado, we don't want to hang up any more of your time, because that's the most precious and valuable thing in life. We want to make sure that we cherish that. So,
wait,
again,
hold on a second. Hold on a second, man.
Here we go. What they got to do?
Some of y'all are watching this on a recording. Some of y'all watching just jump in here late. That's because you didn't hit the bell icon.
Ooh.
Hit that bell icon. Stay notified.
Ooh,
Keep up to date on everything Vanquishers TCG. You could have been in here talking to Zip, asking him questions, but you fell off. That's your problem. Hit the bell icon.
So feel free to leave any messages. Yeah, feel free to leave any messages on this video. We'll be more than happy to third party get it through Zip, or just DM us directly. Or hey, Zip's even in our community. You guys can speak with him indirectly. So
don't. Hey, Zip, they're asking you how long your beard is.
Long enough. No, actually it's shorter now. I used to be longer and I had to shave it because I was like, whenever I go through like certain times in my point, I'm like, I need to change up my life, shave off my beard. I'm like, no, why did I do that? Life needs to stay the same. No,
Brandon don't know about that life. He didn't shave his beard like he's supposed to.
Somebody.
Well, I shaved a lot of. I trimmed it.
Yeah, I shaved it once, but it's about up to here now. It used to be down to here. Wow. I used to actually have a beard, a complete beard. It was really long and big, but I felt like it made my already round head even rounder.
Okay.
So, but this, I don't shave it because my grandma told me not to cut it. And,
well, fair
and
enough. There's
so-
very sentimental value right there,
you
brother.
gotta
yeah,
listen,
so
when they tell
Oh,
you,
you keep it.
you can't go against abuela.
That's facts. That's
Um,
facts.
Real quick, I just also want to do another shout out, guys. Lately we've been getting so when we sent out the test, we had the advanced booster packs go out. We had a group called the Stream Team. Their whole group they have a large group of streamers, and they purchased from us just like everybody else did, and got a bunch of packs because they really believed in us. And go follow them. They actually are the groups that you see all the whatnot posts and stuff like that, that have been showing, and that you guys can get packs through them and stuff like that. They have, I think, one more streamer left. We'll keep you updated when that streamer goes up to actually do the last packs that they have on whatnot. But thank you for all the love through whatnot. It's crazy to see that happen. So, shout out to the Stream Team.
Yes.
Jet Fuel Pulls was the first guy from that team to really meet with us, and then Geek Toy Hut, shout out to them as well. All those guys in there are awesome. They're very professional, and I study the game, guys. Like, I study how people stream, I study how people do things, and they're so professional. They're one of the best. So if you're looking into being a streamer, I would really learn from them and the way they do things, because so far it's been incredible. Last night I was talking with we have like a chat, literally talking for hours with one of their teammates just about how respectful they are with streams, and how much they love our game, and how much they want us to actually succeed. And so far, just like meeting Zip, meeting them, it's been the same thing as we go. Like, everyone that's meeting us is supposed to meet with us. So.
Right. We're very loyal. I mean, that's just what it boils down to. We're firm believers. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. But there's always room for growth and all that stuff. So we're easy people to get along with. So that's what it boils down to. But we don't want to take up very much more of your guys' time. Again, we appreciate all you guys that is tuned in, that is tuning in. Make sure that you guys share this, smash that bell icon, because if not, Brandon's gonna go ahead and remind you guys.
He's gonna give you the papao. Chancleta.
Yo, you're gonna get a cocotazo. That's what you're gonna
He
get.
will definitely remind you guys every single week. So don't forget, just quick highlight. Make sure that you guys visit ZipDraw at Gumroad.com. Go ahead and cop one of them comic books, man. It's digital. I mean, he does plan on re-releasing, and if not, don't worry. Vanquishers will apply some pressure. Maybe we'll get some physical books from him. Who knows? But definitely make sure that you guys cop those books. Follow him on his YouTube. And just
follow me anywhere. I'm ZipDraw on all the social
all
medias.
platforms. There you go. And he's also in our Discord, so you can easily find him and chat with him, DM him there right then and there. But until the next state of the game, Vanquishers.
Vanquishers out.
We are
Vanquishers out.
out.
It is.